Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, glory unto Yahweh, Bashem, El Shah, Bashem, Kabdash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS. Shalom to the Akim, teaching truth and sincerity. And shalom to the men, women, children, listening and learning. Now, I recently went to this camp, that I'm, trying to, participate in. And he was going over how this stature goes into his rank, and I was talking when I was like, nah, that don't go into rank. That goes into his actual height, right? And the Lord gave me a realization of the scriptures, that I had pulled out on him, right? But the spirit wasn't really rolling for real because, I was, new, right? But this is 2nd Esdras 2 and 43. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. Okay. And when this says stature, it actually goes into his actual height. Because I just realized through the spirit, Koloi, how about you, Shah? It says taller than the rest. Taller than all the rest. Right? And this is the scripture that I pulled out on him. I said, that's actually I think that's going into its actual height. And I pulled out Matthew 6 and 27. Okay? And it says, now, which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? And we went into this word stature. Right, let's see.
Strong's G 2244, Helikia.
Right? And it says age, time of life, age, term, length of life, age, adult age, maturity, suitable age for anything, metaphor of an attained state fit for a thing, in height, right? Stature, in height, and in calliness of stature, right? That's what I pulled out on him, and then he was kind of quiet. I said, you want to go into the word? So we went into the word, and, it says as old as tall as, how great, how small. He put out, the how great. And that could mean to, the same thing. But when you go down to the scripture and it says, okay, I'm going to read from 27. Which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow, they toil, neither do they spin, right? Okay, so he said, and why take ye thought for raiment, right? So if you not growing any taller, right, what is your clothing have to do with your rank, right? It's lucky. I just thought about something, but it wasn't according to this topic, but what's the name? Yeah, it says why take ye thought for raiment, right? So clothing, so right, so as once you reach a certain age, you stop growing, right? He says, so why take ye thought for raiment if you can't add height unto your stature, right? Or a cubit unto your stature, a garment, raiment, cloth, that outer garment. Okay, let's see what a garment is. Item of clothing, right? So why take ye thought for raiment, right? Let's go down. And I think he was going into the kingdom. He was going into the kingdom of heaven. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Yep. Wherefore is so clothed the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith. See? Right? But that was just a point that I wanted to make. Maybe, if this topic is bring back up the next time I go, I can explain to him, and really that's it. So I'm going to say, shalom to the hopeful elect, and it's on to the next.